What's up? This is Dark Dirty Spoons from the IWC, and this is the wrestling recap for August 14th, 2013. First off, I'm gonna let this entire show is gonna be nothing about before WrestleMania, WrestleMania, and after WrestleMania. WrestleMania was a week away, and it was, for everything that happened that was predictable, everything is now different. Let me give you a little explanation. WrestleMania, we went in, I was very, very accurate in my predictions, and I got almost every match correct. The only match that I predicted wrong was the Ryback and Mark Henry, and that went in a very different way. Just in case you didn't know, Mark Henry beat Ryback in a one-on match at WrestleMania, which means Ryback has still not won a match at any pay-per-view since he re-debuted late last year. However, he was able to get Mark Henry up for the big shell shock after the match, put a little bit of post-match beatdown. Again, that was going into WrestleMania, but the Raw after WrestleMania was nothing short of amazing. That was an episode of Raw that literally made me never want to miss another post-WrestleMania edition of Raw. The crowd was on fire. They were doing battle chants. They were yelling at random things. There was all sorts of craziness at that episode of Raw. But coming out of that episode of Raw, we have a new World Heavyweight Champion in Dolph Ziggler, who successfully cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase at the Raw After Mania in the Izod Center. The crowd went ballistic. Also, The Shield attempted to take out The Undertaker in a 3-on-1 match, but when The Undertaker was about to, let's say, fight The Shield, I'm not going to say if they're going to win or not, Kane and Daniel Bryan came down for the save. This would be repeated again on Friday when Triple H was going to address the crowd, and again, The Shield came down through the crowd, and Team Hell No, Kane, Daniel Bryan came down for the save. This is definitely setting up something between The Shield and Team Hell No. I'm not quite sure who that third member is going to be, but it looks like going forward, that is going to be a thing. Those guys are going to be in a program together, and it is going to be awesome. Also going forward, when I go back to Ryback Mark Henry, John Cena, the new World WWE Champion, he beat The Rock at WrestleMania. No big surprise there. What is a surprise was on the Raw after WrestleMania, Mark Henry and John Cena had a match. Mark Henry, if he could defeat John Cena, would get a future WWE title match. He was not able to. He was counted out of the match. But there was a post-match beatdown where Mark Henry put a little bit of a whooping on John Cena. And Ryback comes down for the save, and then Ryback delivers a shell shock to John Cena, to the delight of everyone in the Izod Center and myself. So it looks like they're going to be in a program going forward, and all of these matches are unique-ish. I mean, Dolph Ziggler, he was champion for an episode of SmackDown. And it's going to be great to see who he fights going forward. It looks like he's going to start with Alberto Del Rio, but after that, who knows? John Cena looks like he's going to be starting a program with Ryback or Mark Henry. But, I mean, either one of those guys is going to be something different, new, unique, and definitely entertaining. Also, The Shield aren't going anywhere after their win at WrestleMania. It looks like they're going to be paired with the team of the veteran Kane and one of the best technical wrestlers in the WWE, Daniel Bryan. So, that's going to be entertaining. So, going forward, WWE has poised 3 storylines going forward that are going to be very entertaining. And I think that that's definitely going to sustain us for a little bit longer going into Extreme Rules. Now, a lot of this is very similar to last year, where right after WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar came out, beat up with John Cena. We had an exciting month, and then everything just kind of went back into the old standby of John Cena versus CM Punk. And I'm not saying that that's not going to happen again this year, but I've got that same exciting feeling right after WrestleMania, because we've got 3 very exciting feuds and storylines going forward. I'm really excited to see what happens with the WWE title, World Heavyweight Championship, and the Tag Team Champions versus the Shield. It's good. It's really good. I cannot say the same thing about Impact. They are again recycling this very, very similar main event storyline of Bully Ray comes out, Jeff Hardy wants a match, Bully Ray says no, Hulk Hogan makes him do the match, and then Bully Ray somehow gets out of the match, or when DQs or counts out, all sorts of. And 3 straight TNA episodes of Impact during one of the most exciting times of WrestleMania week. I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe they didn't put a lot of effort into it, trying to get past WrestleMania, and then afterwards they're only going to turn their thinking caps on and try and get us something at least a little bit interesting. Again, they're not working towards monthly pay-per-views. They're in the television business, and I think that they need to get into that business in a little bit better way. They are starting to hype main events during Impact and a little bit before. If you follow the Twitter of Dixie Carter and Impact Wrestling, they are starting to tweet more matches, but again, the main events have been repetitive, to say the least. So hoping maybe that they will move on from this. You know, WrestleMania is in the rearview mirror. We're already working towards WrestleMania 30. I'm planning on making the trip to New Orleans to be at WrestleMania 30 to see Undertaker go 22-0 and then retire undefeated at WrestleMania. It's so much fun being a wrestling fan right now that I just cannot get a smile off my face, and that's the way it should be. Yes, this has been that Dirty Spoons from the IWC, signing off.